Hello, everyone. Nice to see so many people here already. This is fantastico. Well, earlier on, I was a bit worried that I might not be able to do the show tonight because the internet just cut out, most of the day. About 3 hours this morning, another couple of hours this afternoon, but it's working now. So I apologize if it cuts out, but it's working now. That is the important thing. So Mrs. Tyler J. Barnes, Cat Mama Meow, Meowdy to you. Beverly Spencer is here. Hi, Beverly. And right, great stuff. We are on the move. We are happening. It is the Sunday show. If you're watching the replay, welcome to you. Welcome to every single one of you. It's great to have you with us. And I hope you're going to enjoy tonight's show. Some people say you shouldn't call this a show. It's so very spiritual and serious, but I think it's good to make a show of things sometimes. Why not? People like shows. That's a fact. Hello, Vixen Doe. Hello, Holly DeShane, and Ellen Quinlan is with us as well. Kat May has also joined, as has Earth Mama. Great to see you guys. Patty Palmer is here too. Great stuff. Now then, Patty, we'll do something for you very shortly, actually. As I know you have questions, do type in, Patty, if there's something particular you want to kind of draw my attention to. But in any case, we will get cracking. And shows can't be spiritual. Since when, says Cat Mama? Well, maybe it's a British thing. And maybe it's because I learned this craft from people who are really ancient and didn't kind of know anything about the internet. But I certainly think it can be a show. I certainly think that is almost the best way to do it, actually. Right, first card for everyone, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay or whatever. This card is for everyone at this moment. It's full moon in Cancer, and it says a personal issue reaches resolution. And of course, we have got a full moon coming up on the 24th of June, I believe, and other stuff going on in astrology on the way to that. So it's quite an active month. The moon is rising at the moment. The moon is on the way up. Okay, so now then, just give me 1 second because I forgot my pendulums. Just talk amongst yourself for 1 second because my pendulums are over here. Okay. Fancy trying to start a show without pendulums when you're me? Just won't do it all, will it? Anyway, got both of the pendulums here, both in the house, both ready to start doing stuff, which is great. So I'm going to start this evening with a new friend of ours on here. It is a nice card, is it not, Sharon, actually? Kathy Sandoval, hi to you. Sharon Sipe, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. Spiritual is as spiritual does, my dear. I couldn't agree more. I really couldn't agree more. So Patty Palmer, I've been chatting to Patty on Messenger, actually. And do join me on Facebook if you haven't already, because that's a great kind of place to be and a great place to do things. Any insight on how my girls can see their children? Right, that is a serious question, actually. So let's do that one. Just looking for some way to put the mouse here. First, I'm going to try and look into, any underlying reasons that we might not already know for why they're not actually able to see their children at the moment. And I'm going to use the tarot to start with that. Okay, hello, Javel One. Nice to meet you. Thanks so much for joining us. Okay. Right. Well, the first card I've got here is the Lovers, and this kind of has two meanings, actually, particularly relevant to this Patty. There's something to do with love intrigue going on there. I feel that there's someone in a relationship around this situation has basically either left or been pushed out, but in a sort of almost an unnatural way, a way that wasn't meant to happen. The good thing about it is that it does actually show people coming together. And I would imagine that that is pointing us towards the idea that your girls will actually be able to see their children at some point. It isn't hopeless. That is the most important thing. Next card, I've got 9 of Pentacles. Right, you can see Alice is in this beautiful garden here, but the raven is balanced on her arm, warning her about something, and what it's warning her about is that she's left someone or left something important behind. Okay, so some of the people in this situation, I was going to say one, but I have to say some. There's more than one person in this situation that's just kind of forgotten something important along the way, and someone's allowing this to happen, you know, when really, if they put the children first, then they wouldn't allow it to happen. Third card, though, is very good news. This is the Magician. It is number 1 in the major arcana. It's right at the beginning of the tarot journey, so it promises better things to come in the future. And this is saying everything is in place that needs to be in place for this situation to resolve itself at some point. The Magician is the master of his own destiny. He's also a caterpillar in Tarot in Wonderland, which is the deck I use more than any other on this channel, actually. And you can see in his hands and also in the air above him, there's a cup, there's a sword, there's a wand, and there is a pentacle there as well. And that shows that's the 4 suits of the tarot, Patty. So that actually shows that, you know, all the elements involved are able to come together. Yeah. Okay. So now then, let me just see. Okay. Let's put this on so we can see it. Both the girls got pushed out by one CPS. One pushed out, one by CPS during the pandemic. The other by family and the boy's dad. Right. Okay. Well, CPS, tricky one. I've been there. That's all I can say. But yeah, the boy's dad, see, is going to have to think again, right? And he may not be the sort of person that goes around thinking again and thinking twice and making amends for things, but he's going to have to. That's what I've picked up there. Okay. Also, for you, got the 5 of Wands at this point. You can see there's a crazy battle going on, and the clouds are like candy floss. And basically, it's a mad battle. It's pointless. There's flamingos involved. That's how crazy it is. And the message is really with this card that this battle is going to resolve itself. There are egos involved, you see, and egos eventually calm down. They absolutely have to. The reason people have like powerful egos in a negative way is because they actually feel negative about themselves, and sooner or later they need to feel positive about themselves again. Now, I don't feel this is going to resolve very soon, Patty. I'm sorry to say that, but I do feel that later this year, as we come towards Christmas, things are going to start to change. You're going to have a happy feeling. You know, things won't change immediately, but you'll notice something positive coming as we get closer towards Christmas. It's going to go on for a while as things stand, to be quite honest. But sooner or later, I believe because of a love interest, actually, Dad in particular, is going to he's going to need some kind of time to himself quite suddenly in ways he never expected, and so he's going to kind of become more amenable to the idea of sharing the parenting. CPS, God only knows, you know, it's that's I've been in that situation, and in my situation it was nuts. I won because I was the local church organist and the CPS guy was a Christian, and so I won the case. You know, that's simple. I probably shouldn't have won it like that, but it was a good outcome for me, I guess, and it seemed to work for my kids too. But CPS, honestly, you've just got to play your cards very, very carefully. But I do see things improving, Patty. That's the main thing, okay? And with the Magician card there, we saw that the tools are in place for things to improve, and that's what's really important, because nothing can improve unless all the tools are lined up and in place. But pray, Patty, that's the thing to do. I don't know if you meditate, but kind of try and visualize a light coming around everyone involved. Do everything you can to visualize and believe that the situation is going to resolve and it's going to improve absolutely no end. So thanks for coming on, Patty. Thanks very much for your question. Do stick around, and we will keep on with whatever's going on here at the moment. We've got Stacey Swan with us. Lena is here. Ellen Quinlan is here. Gail K. Hey, hi to you. Mariola is here as well. Sharon Sipe is here. It's all happening. It's great. And Rupali is with us as well. Anyway, let's take a look at this before we move on. The CPS one is my youngest. She did everything they asked. By the time they got to court, because they were closed, they said it was too late. They were being adopted. Well, all I can say is it's never too late, Patty. The spiritual bonds in family are there for an absolute reason, and the spirit realms will not let the wrong things happen long term. Okay, it can take them a long time to kind of kick in because there's no time in the world of spirit, but they're on the case. Okay, so keep meditating, keep thinking positive, visualize it, believe it, and sooner or later you're going to see good results there. And much love to you too, Patty. Thanks so much. And as I say, stick with us. We are here for a while to come, and we are going to keep things moving on. Rupali asks, what are my boss, Manesh Ravendran, current thoughts about my work performance? It's been 4 months in this job. Well, 4 months is a good kind of square number of times. 16 weeks, it all kind of works out into fours, which is very positive because it's the angel number. I think very positive is what his thoughts are about your work performance, Rupali. I might have said this before, I might not, but he's not someone who wears his heart on his sleeve. Some bosses do as well as they do and actually get to be bosses in the first place because they're very tight-lipped about things. They don't let people know what's going on. In a way, that gets the best out of people, gets even more effort out of the best people. And I think that's why he's not really showing you how amazed he is with what you do. But he is really positive, you know. He is really positive about you. So it's looking pretty good, Rupali. Okay. Tarot card, why not? Why not? Okay, 2 of Wands. Okay, so we're looking at a little while before anything really happens here, Rupali. But, you know, things are moving. That is the thing. Now, what Alice is doing here is she's looking away from the chessboard. See, the fields behind her are mowed to look like a chessboard. And in the Tarot in Wonderland deck, wherever there's a chessboard, there's intrigue. There's stuff going on that hasn't been decided yet. But she's looking away from those concerns. And the wind is blowing the ribbons that are tied to her wands away from that field, from those concerns, because the most important thing is to keep looking forward. So keep going. Yes, it is an excellent card, Rupali. I'm glad you see that in it. It is an excellent card. And I think things are going to go well for you, Rupali. You've got, you've got a certain amount of what we might say is a charmed life because of stuff you've gone through earlier in your life. You know, everything balances out. Where there's been sort of bad luck or where there's been bad feelings, so then, you know, good luck, good feelings actually come in the end, you know, and you're coming to that phase of life where things are going to be a lot better and there's going to be some kind of compensation for whatever you went through in the past. Okay, so onwards and upwards, Rupali. 2 of Wands says keep looking forward and most importantly, keep looking up. Yeah, the answers are up there. If you look down there and think, oh, it could all go horribly wrong, then, you know, that's the outcome. It's very easy to attract that outcome. And I don't blame people who have bad luck. You know, we don't always, you know, manage to attract absolutely everything that we think. It's not like automatically you think something and it happens. But the more you look down, the more you worry about it, the less likely you are to really kind of keep the conveyor belt of positivity flowing in your life. So, yeah, blessings to you, Rupali, and thanks. Lots of challenges, but you'll rise to them, Rupali. You are not someone who takes challenges lying down. I know that. You are going to keep going. You really are. Hey is with us. Hey to you. Hey. So true about what you said about bosses. I'm currently experiencing similar things in my work. Well, you know, that is really unfortunate. Hey. I was going to say I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm being told, got this voice in my head telling me that you're going through those experiences for a reason. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So, you know, this is going to strengthen you as a person. It's also going to strengthen your position in the workplace because there are uber bosses above bosses who notice what they're like, and they will be noticing. In fact, they are noticing, how you're managing to stand up to things and how you manage to keep things working out. That is like gold to a company. It really is. Debbie Fitzsimmons is here. Hi to you. Hi, Zane Landers. Hi, Aria Song as well. Excuse me. Hiccups usually means I'm saying the right thing, but all I'm doing is saying hello, which can't be a wrong thing, really, can it? Beverly knows the score here by the look of it. Been there. Your son was adopted out twice after 8 years. Got your parental rights reinstated. This is it. See, you can always turn these situations around. And he got to live with me until he graduated high school, which was 8 years ago. All the 8. But that is a wonderful thing to think, Beverly, and I'm really glad that worked out for you. And Patty, I really think it's going to work out for you as well. Probably a fair bit quicker than that, actually, but stick to your guns, which is something we say in Britain. I don't know if you say it in the States, but it just means, keep on keeping on with the, the fighting the good fight. That's what really matters, Okay, let us have a scroll then, and let's see what's going on. Hope everyone's having fun. Let me see now. Debbie Fitzsimmons. Now then. Debbie isn't having that much fun, but I hope we'll have some fun. You'll have some fun in your heart after we do this. Debbie asks, Andy, will I be able to get my daughter to move, or will I have to evict her? And will it be soon? Okay. What we need to do with that is the pendulum, I think. Probably some tarot as well as we go. But let's make a start with the can't get hold of the pendulum. Such beautiful slippery stone that it's hard to get hold of. Highly polished. Right, so will Debbie be able to get her daughter to move? Let's ask that one first. Well, no, let's rephrase that. Will Debbie Fitzsimmons be able to get her daughter to move without having to evict her? Okay, let's see what happens. Getting a tiny circle, Debbie. So the answer's yes, but it's going to be a bit like getting blood out of a stone, I'm afraid. There's a bit of a bit of a battle ahead there. Let's take a look into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say about that for you, Debbie. Let's take a look. Okay. Nearly everyone on here's in the States, Patty. I welcome people from all over the world. We have people from Syria. We have people from lots of places. But this is I time this show so it goes out on a Sunday afternoon in the States. It is actually 25 minutes after 9 in the evening here in the UK. But this is how I kind of love to do things. But Debbie, yes, 7 of Wands, right? You can see that's not an easy battle for Alice to fight. She's in the right place. She's standing up on the table, and she's fighting for what she believes in. And it's going to happen because it's a Wands card, 7 of Wands. Wands are all about getting things done. Wands are all about things being effective. Okay, so it's going to work out, but it is going to be a bit of a battle. For sure it is. Okay, let's answer the other part of that question now. And will it be soon? Please, pendulum, do tell us. Will it be soon, spirit of the pendulum? Now then, actually, it's giving us quite a positive yes for will it be soon. So that battling side of life isn't going to go on forever. I'm sure you'll be very glad to know. Let us do a Kyle Gray Keepers of the Light card on that. It's just kind of the deck that my hand landed on at that precise moment. So let's take a look. Okay. Right, faith. Here we go. Humanity and benevolence. It says, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Okay. So stay calm, I think, is the most important thing there. But the rest of it matters too, Trust the good in yourself and others. You're trying to do this for the right reasons. This is, something that, Debbie, that your daughter kind of needs to take the responsibility here. And it's not going to be good for her if you just go on forever not trying to move the situation on. Because it's not just moving her on, Debbie. It's moving the situation on. And you're right to want to do it there. But have faith, okay? It is going to work out. And the pendulum says it's going to work out fairly quick. The pendulum also says it's going to be a battle, okay? But you're not going to have to fight this battle forever. That is the good news side of it. Okie dokie. Red Hat Society is with us. Welcome to you. Now then, let's have a look at Tuli's question. Oh, actually, no, let's just look at this because this is a bit more on Debbie's question here. She's 38, just told me that she rather I died instead of my late husband. Well, I mean, that's a horrible thing for anyone to say to anyone, Debbie. You can almost be certain that in her heart she feels the opposite of that. That's all I can say. What she's doing there is struggling to accept the new way, the way of life that comes after that bereavement. She will, I'm sure she knows subconsciously anyway that, it wouldn't be good. It's just the way things happen, and it wouldn't have been any better if you'd gone. It wouldn't have been good at all. I'm sure of that. But we don't really miss people full on until they've actually gone, and that's why she's missing him more than she thinks she'd miss you. But keep battling, okay? Because you'll get her to see it the right way in the end, Debbie. More hiccups. Whenever I get hiccups, that sort of means I'm on the money there. So I guess that's pretty good advice. And I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I work with spirit guides. They are very, very good at what they do. They really are. Okay. I'm just sort of looking. I've got a picture of one of my guides over in front of the camera there. So I was just quickly looking at that. So Tuli Lazuli, I can't get lucky out of my heart. What's going on between a rock and a hard place without a miracle or something within can shift? I need clear guidance plus whatever else. Whatever else is a big part of these questions, actually. The clearer the guidance is, the better. But it's the whatever else. Those are the kind of details of life that really matter. My hand has gone to the Moonology deck, so we'll get something out of that. Oh, okay. I just cut the deck and I got this one, a personal issue reaches resolution. And I think I brought this card out right at the end of the last reading, actually. I sort of recognize it from, the last live video reading, I mean. A personal issue reaches resolution. So it's going to reach resolution, Tuli. It is, okay. That tells us the angels are on the case. All their spiritual influences are on the case as well, pushing this towards a positive outcome. Well, excuse me, guys. Right. Okay. As for what's going on, right. Between a rock and a hard place, okay. That's you. That is also lucky, right? Lucky is between a rock and a hard place. That's what I'm being told. Lucky is most definitely between a rock and a hard place at the moment. And you can be his rock in a much more positive way than whatever rock he's sandwiched up against at the present time. Right, Fool's Journey. Okay, number 0 in the Major Arcana. We've got the Fool's Journey on this one for you, Tuli. Okay, so just kind of keep going, right? There's like a hole in the ground underneath Alice and she's jumping over it, but you can see from the kind of way she's leaping and how big she is and how big the hole is, you can see she's going to make it over the hole. She's going to clear the hole. So this is a temporary thing. Just keep going, Tuli. That is the best sort of guidance I can imagine. And it's come from the cards there. Also, on that same question, 10 of Wands. All right, cut the cord with things that bother you. That's actually what Lucky's got to do as well. Right, that's actually something for both of you to think about. Cut the cords with whatever it is that no longer serves you, because the important thing is really the hearts coming together, I would say. That's how I describe it, really is. Also got the the devil card here, which means that actually the devil is in the detail and the thing is going to resolve, okay? The devil is a card pushing forward, pushing towards action and making things happen. Hello, Michelle, my belle. Nice to see you. Great stuff. Okay. Yeah, now then, here we go. My son said that he hated me. And I said that to you, said that to your mum too. Yeah, later learned of unconditional acceptance. Yeah, it's the journey through life, isn't it? It really is. That is so much how the journey of life goes. That is so much where the road through this life takes us, because it's a long, winding road through life. Nothing is straightforward. And I can remember hating my parents and being very upset when they died, and they both died quite young. They were both in their 50s when they passed. In fact, I'm 2 years older now than my mother was when she passed. So then I really kind of saw it in perspective. But yeah, we live and learn all the way along that journey. And as it winds around, as unhappy and as difficult as that can be, it is bringing us new experiences all the time. And hand in hand with that, go learning and new understandings. Hello, Ron, Unconditional Love Tarot. Love that name. Great to see you with us. Thanks so much for joining us, Ron. Hope you are good today. I really do. Let's go to Red Hat Society. May I have a card, please? My mom's 15-year-old cat, Beckham, went over the Rainbow Bridge on Friday. Oh, can I see if she gets another cat? Okay, let's take a look into that. Sorry to hear that. I'm a cat person, as I think everyone probably knows by now. I just love cats, and sadly, they live a shorter lifespan than humans do. And I've had many cats, who've come and gone. And I miss them all. I wish I still had them all running around, but not to be. Okay, let's get a different pendulum out. Let's get this healing Reiki pendulum out and see what the answer is to this question. Right. Will Red Hat Society's mum get another cat? Right, that was wacky. It went back and forth for no, and then it started going round in a circle for yes. She is going to find it very difficult at first to get with the idea of having another cat. She's probably saying she'd love one now, but I think it would be quite difficult for her to actually take on another cat just because of the love for the last cat. And I feel the last cat was a very intuitive cat, actually, who, you can just tell that with cats sometimes. They can tell things about you. And he could tell things about her, I'm sure. I'm guessing it was a male cat. That's the intuition I got there anyway, is that it's a male cat. And so there is another cat coming, okay? But basically, as the one cat went over the Rainbow Bridge, your mum's got to go over the kind of psychological bridge to being ready to take on another cat. So it's going to take a little while. Give her all the love you can, Red Hat Society. That's all you can do. It really is. Okay, hope that helps. I'm sorry to hear about that. I absolutely love cats. Great pity when they grow. When they go, sorry, it's because I'm scrolling through looking at stuff. It's great reading all of the comments on here. And I love the way different people in the group on the chat will actually kind of give each other spiritual advice and like mini readings and stuff. It's absolutely wonderful. Let me just quickly dive in here and say, for various reasons that I find myself unable to discuss, Super Chat has been deactivated. Just one of those things. Maybe it'll be back one day soon. I rather hope so. But I was going to get into trouble over taxes and all sorts if I kept that there. So that's kind of, it's not there at the moment. So please, my friends, do consider supporting my work at coffee.com/twig. Let's put that on. It's going across the screen, scrolling all the time, but we might as well put it on the screen as its own thing as well, because that way it is so much easier to read. I just wish I could find it. There it is. coffee.com/twig. If you go there, it's very good at taking in donations and putting them through to my PayPal. Coffee.com don't take anything at all. They don't take a percentage. PayPal takes a tiny percentage, but Coffee takes nothing. And I do have a load of pictures in my phone that are going up on Coffee very soon. The other thing, if you would like to support my work, please consider having a look at paypal.me/twig brother. Donations very, very welcome. I better put this one on the screen now for a little while. For entertainment purposes only, YouTube, that has to go up there. I rather wish it didn't, but it did. Okay. Aria Song has a question. Let's take a look. Will my dad and his nephew resolve the issue about the very old cars that my uncle left after he passed away? Yes or no? Okay. We like yes or no questions. The whole spiritualist movement actually is founded on yes or no questions. The beginning of the modern spiritualist movement, as distinct from the ancient Egyptian side of it, the modern way of spiritualist churches now, started off in a little house in Hydesville, which I think was in upstate New York. I can't remember. Wish I could remember, but it's Hydesville in USA. And the Fox sisters They thought there was a spirit around, and they managed to communicate with this spirit by like 1 knock for yes, 2 knocks for no, or maybe it was the other way around, but it was yes or no. And they ascertained through this yes or no question thing that this guy had been shot and buried in the cellar. And years later, the cellar was dug up and they didn't find anything. But more and more years later, they dug the house up to move it because it's now in a spiritualist museum. And one of the cellar walls collapsed in, and the guy was there, buried in the walls. So it was absolutely for real. And anyway, when that first happened, local people began visiting that little house in Hydesville to see the Fox sisters, hoping to communicate with their loved ones on the other side. And through the system of knocking and yes and no, they very often did. It's nearly always a success. And that, my friends, led to the first spiritualist church, which is still there somewhere. Wish I could remember where. I must look it up and like carve it on my arm or something so I don't forget. But yes, no answers are really what it's all about. And this is one reason the pendulums are as effective as they are. You know, spirit can talk and talk and talk for hours. They're really great at communicating, actually. But you get really clear answers if you just go in for yes or no and work it out that way. So Aria's song, will my dad and his nephew resolve the issue about the very old cars that my uncle left after he passed away? Yes or no, please, spirit of the pendulum? It's given me a yes. It's like a slow yes, but it's really positive yes. Yes, so they will. Now, you did say yes or no, but I can't resist picking up the tarot cards at this point, seeing if I could just kind of tell you something that might give you a bit more, you know, a bit more hope, really, for the future going that way. Yeah, here we go. Number 10, Major Arcana. We're having a Major Arcana session so far on this show. Major Arcana, number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, they're involved in this mad dash here with each other, like Alice and the White Rabbit running around on the Wheel of Fortune there. Sooner or later, the Wheel of Fortune actually does stop, and you can see that in this version of the Wheel of Fortune, it is actually a clock face. So with time, things will change, things will heal, and that was a definite yes, okay, that your dad and his nephew resolve that issue about the very old cars. Although they're very old, okay, they're not going to be so old that they can't be repaired and done up and used again. Okay, it's not like the Titanic where it's just all turned to rust now and they can't bring it up. They're gonna, they're gonna survive. Everything's gonna be, work out as positive as can be, as far as I can see. They just need to give it some time, because that's a very positive yes. Quite a slow yes, but a very positive yes. So just keep on giving it time. Okay, Cat May's laptop is lagging. Sorry, or don't worry about it, Cat. We will keep on going because the show is young. There's so much more to do yet as we keep going. And we're going to keep going with a question from Cat Mama. Meow. Can you tell me if my favourite neighbours will be moving away? Oh, that wouldn't be good, would it? I know what you mean. I've had many neighbours since I've lived in this house. I've been here 31 years. As you will know, if you saw my uploaded video where I was walking around Merlin's World, which is here, the other day, in and out through the trees and looking at the cows and stuff. Many neighbours, actually. And it's always a shame when the good ones go. The ones I've got now are pretty good, actually. I'm kind of really hoping they keep the place. I really am. Yeah, they're just, they're like respectful. Sometimes you get neighbours that aren't respectful at all, and it's a shame because you never know what's coming next when someone moves away like that. Okay, let's do that with the pendulum, Cat Mama. Or at least let's start it with the pendulum. So, can you tell me if my favourite neighbours will be moving away? I always read out what you've typed, because that is the actual energy of what you're thinking about. Yeah, I'm getting an anti-clockwise circle. It's a yes, but this pendulum doesn't often do anti-clockwise. So let's have a think. Right. Someone there is thinking of moving away, but it's like a fad, It's an idea that will pass, basically. I think faced with the actual reality, I think it's a lady. Excuse me, and I think faced with the actual reality of giving up the house and things moving that fast. I think she's going to change her mind. I really, really do. Looking for a card on that now. What have we got? Two of Pentacles, right? So it's, everything's up in the air, like the two Pentacles are here, but they are going to land safely in the Mad Hatter's hands. How safe are things in the Mad Hatter's hands? You just never know. That's the Mad Hatter for you. But the thing is, they are going to land safely. So the situation is going to resolve itself safely. So don't worry. It doesn't look to me as if they're going to move away, but it does look to me as if they're thinking about it. It's not going to happen though, Cat Mama. Claudia, thanks for your question. Thanks so much for being with us and for all the support you give the channel. Yeah, 42 here and 40 here and 32 have hit the like button. That is wonderful news, actually. And guys, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do. And if you have hit the subscribe button yet, please check to see if you're still subscribed, because I was on 1,998 subscribers last time we were live. And I'm now on 1,992. Oh no, I think it went up to 94 just before I came on. But wow, it's so close to 2,000. It's got me on the edge of my seat waiting for it to happen. And Holly says, yeah, lol, I have watched people come and go. Doesn't always go well. Ain't that the truth? Is that not the truth? Very much the truth, if you ask me. Yeah. But there we go. We are but puppets in the hands of the circumstances of life and the Almighty. Just got to keep praying for the best to happen, really. Just got to keep praying for the best to happen. Okay, you matter to me. You matter to me too. You matter to me. Will I get the promotion? It was promised earlier this year, but I haven't got it yet. Yeah, it's the world health situation as it's dragging on at the moment. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, because I'm drawn to this, which is a Reiki pendulum. It's all about healing. And that is one of the reasons, okay? It may not seem like that to you, but honestly, everything slowed down so much with the company that you're with that things just didn't change the way they were planned to. And that's why it didn't happen earlier this year. Sure, that's, earlier this year is still a whole year after the whole thing started, and you'd think they'd know. But look, this pendulum is doing a massive, great big clockwise circle here. So the answer is yes, you will get it. Okay, you haven't gotten it yet, but you will get it. You matter to me. Okay, someone up there knows it matters to you. And I get the feeling you're one of those people who pours out a lot of love and compassion. Manifest some of that for yourself, okay? Just take 10% for yourself. Ask for that good luck. Ask for that reassurance to come in. Okay, and thanks for mattering to us on the show tonight. I hope you'll stay with us as we keep going. That is a great name, one of the best names I've seen in ages. That You Matter to Me. Brilliant, brilliant. Pamela McKenzie is with us. Love and peace to you too. Please, asks Pamela McKenzie, could you see if I'll be moving this year? Thank you. Okay. Let's go with the adventuring pendulum for this one, because it's an adventure, isn't it? Moving. Will it happen this year or not? We've got a circle. It's not a massive circle. I think it's going to be a fair bit later this year by the look of it. No, I'm just being guided to pick up a deck, and I'm astonished that I'm being guided to pick up Rachel Sharman's chakra healing cards for some reason. So we're going to get some insight into this for you, Pamela, now, in a very strange way. Who knows? Who knows? Certainly not me until I look at the card. So let's look at the card. Nurturing. Okay. Earth Star Chakra, nurturing. So the energies of the earth, the cosmic energies and really the energies of the earth, something to do with the magic of this life is at work here. Okay, it's important for you to actually be where you are. This is all about the ground beneath your feet. It's quite important for you to be where you are at the moment, Pamela, and that's why it's going to take a long time, because the earth is nurturing you and you're nurturing someone or something there, something that's important to you. And I actually feel that this is nurturing maybe a situation right? And it's more important to someone else than it is to you in practical terms, but it's important to you, for you. It's important to you to be you, Pamela. That's what we're really looking at there. Okay, so be patient. We got a yes from the pendulum. It will happen, but keep on nurturing yourself, and don't be in too much of a hurry. Just let it happen when it happens. Okay, you matter to me. Awesome. I am a subscriber. Thank you so much. It's wonderful. Always welcome subscribers. I really, really do. It's great to see the channel growing, and it shows the YouTube algorithm who's boss, which is you. And it shows you that they want this psychic stuff on the channel, and they want things working out that way. Okie dokie. Well, thanks so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Okay, I saw a question somewhere. Actually, let's pop this up from Kat. Thanks for posting that, Kat. Yes, everyone, please remember you can book a personal reading with Andy. Write or email, as it were, 35and83@gmail.com. If you look down in the description beneath this video, that is actually in there. My email, my PayPal, my coffee.com is down there, as well as, for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, which annoyingly I just always have to have in mind for one reason or another. I know why, really. It's because YouTube doesn't believe in anything cosmic, or at least the people who run it don't. But hey, there you go. Let's keep going. Jervel1, really glad you joined us on this show. Is my current home in the States stable? And will I be reunited with my dog living with me again? Right. As I was reading that, a voice said into my head, Bible Belt. So look, if you live in somewhere where the Bible is, you know, a real strong Christian place at the moment, basically you're going to be moving. If you don't, I don't feel you will. That's the energy of this thing. Don't know why that is, but that's what's really coming to me. Let's use the pendulum and find out more, though. Is my current home in the States stable? Yes, it is. It just feels unstable at the moment. Okay, but that's a yes to it being stable. Oh, and yeah, will you be? Let's use a different one for that. Will I be reunited with my dog living with me again? Okay, there's a hold up there. I can see that already. Yeah, living with your dog again takes time, okay? Because I got a no that turned into a yes. It was back and forth, and then it started going clockwise. So there's going to be some time. There are a few things that need to happen along the way to that coming real for you and actually working out. I wish you all the best with that. You're in Florida. Okay. Let's visualize that. Yeah, I closed my eyes and thought of Florida, and I saw a dog. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I guess since that's in Florida, I guess you're not going to be moving. Certainly got a yes to the stable home. That's the real important thing there, okay? And certainly got a yes to living with your dog again. So don't worry about it. But I'll say this to you, and I'll say this to absolutely everyone watching at the moment, okay? Meditate, visualize, believe, okay? Keep on believing that good things are going to happen, that the things you want are going to happen, right? We do attract our future, by the by. It's not as automatic as some people would have you believe, but honestly, right, if you keep on, if you're forever in a state of doubt, then you're going to be in a doubtful situation. If you're forever, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and you keep seeing it the way you want it, keep asking your angels, and keep spending time in meditation, asking for that, okay, things resolve themselves that much quicker. You get some intuition, you get some insight that way into what's actually going on. And that way you get yourself in the best place to get the best outcomes out of things. And that is so important. Now then, Ron, Unconditional Love Tarot is a sub already since you saw me on Celtic Tarot. Sheila, brilliant. Thank you very much indeed, my friend. Absolutely love Sheila's show. And it is actually Celtic Tarot Sheila's birthday today. I woke up to that information when I looked at my phone and Facebook came up, and yeah, it's Sheila's birthday. So Sheila, if you're watching in the background, or if you're watching the repeat, a very happy birthday to you, Sheila, with jam and cream on top. And I really hope you enjoy that birthday. You deserve it because you help so many people. Great stuff. But yeah, thanks again, Ron. Thanks for being with us. Absolutely great. Yeah, you know it's a birthday. Good man. Good man. Great stuff. Now, I saw a question. I saw several questions. How are we looking? Okay, Bell DB. Let's go with Bell DB. Will my jewelry designs sell? The answer is yes, they should be selling already, right? Something needs to change. It's not the designs that need to change. I'm going to look at a tarot card for you now. Okay. It's not the design that needs to change at all. Something's got to come into balance, okay? 6 of Pentacles, a very balanced number, excuse me. And the Pentacle's all about abundance. And I'm hiccuping and choking, so that means I'm definitely getting this one right. I'm sure of it. All right, for entertainment purposes only, folks, but yeah, I'm sure of it. Look at the scales here. Things need to come into balance, and things are actually balancing out at the moment, and that's why you're still wondering if they're going to sell. But believe that they are going to sell, Belle, okay? Let's do a pendulum on that one for you as well. Are these going to sell, folks? Are these going to sell? I got told yes, but it's always nice to ask the pendulum people in the atmosphere. Right. Started with a no and turned into a yes. Circumstances have got to change, right? They're not going to sell anytime really, really soon, I'm sorry to say. But look around for what you could change in terms of marketing and ask yourselves, are you relying on the right people in terms of marketing, Belle? And I really hope that that gets you where you need to be. Javel is going to book a personal reading. I'm delighted to hear it, Javel. I will look forward to getting an email from you, and we will work something out. Personal readings at the moment, slightly tricky because my internet keeps crashing all over the place and not doing terribly well at the moment. But we always manage it somehow. Zoom, Skype, Messenger, somehow we always manage it at the time and in the place where it's meant to happen. Stacey Swan lost her job in January. So sorry to hear that. What can you tell me about employment for me, please? Okay. Let's pick up the deck of cards. Let's see what Tarot in Wonderland has to tell us about that. Okay. Ooh, one jumped out. Number 6, the Lovers. We've had this one already tonight, but it absolutely jumped out of the deck at me there. Right, now then, I don't see this as a romantic thing that's happening here, okay? There is romance involved in this somewhere, right? But it's not you. It's some of the other players in this situation. There's romance involved with it. Okay, but the fact that this has come up shows that things are going to mend. This is about people coming together. So you're going to be drawn to the right people and things are going to work out, I would say. But let's ask the pendulum. Okay. Is Stacey going to get another really good job, please? That's a nice clear yes there. Took a moment to build up. Brace yourself, Stacey. I think it's going to take you a little while, okay? I'm being told it's not your fault that you lost your job in January, actually. There was something going on under the surface there, and wasn't the healthiest thing there at all, really, the way that panned out. But, yeah, justice will happen, okay? Things will balance out for you. I'm really sure about that. Ellen Quinlan asks, Andy, what do you do for protection prior to reading and after? Okay, I think this is worth talking about. And I'll just stop doing readings just for a minute, and then we'll go back to them in a second. But it's really good to have little breaks in the show and talk about other things just to let the energy build up. Right, every single time before I do a reading, I ground and protect myself, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I do want to say, you need to do this, guys, every single time you do a reading. I did a reading about 2 hours ago on Zoom with someone, and it was a great reading, actually. I really enjoyed it. I grounded and protected myself, and in that sense, I opened up to spirit visualized my crown chakra opening before I started that. And even though I was coming on to do this show only about half an hour after that finished, I closed down. And that's really, really important. That's as important a part of protection as doing what you think of as protection is. It really matters. It's rather like putting a cloth over a crystal ball in between doing readings with it. It allows the energy to build up. It also allows your guides to know that you've stopped reading now, and that you're going to read again pretty soon, maybe, but you've stopped reading for now. Important to do that, excuse me, because if you leave things open, you're open, you're more open than you want to be, and it's best if any influences that want to come to you at a time when you're willingly open. Okay, so then I come to do another reading, maybe only 5 minutes after I've closed down, but I've closed down nevertheless. Sit nice and straight in my chair, get the chakras straight. That makes a difference, Get all your chakras straight. Doesn't matter if your legs are bent, but your main 7 chakras, base chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart, throat, forehead, crown, all those chakras in a nice straight line. So try and sit straight, or if you're lying down to go into a meditation, which is good, lie nice and straight so your chakras are straight. So I get my chakras straight. I visualize roots coming down out of my feet, down deep into the earth. Most teachers teach you that. They don't always teach you this trick, which I do, which I find very helpful. I visualize those roots going right down to the earth's core, wrapping around the earth's core 2 or 3 times, coming back up and gripping me round my ankles so that I cannot be moved unless I want to move. They're my roots. If I want to move, I can move, but no one can knock me over. No one can kind of get in the way. Helps to maintain a calm atmosphere, does that. And then the other thing to do is visualize the protective bubble, the cosmic condom, as a friend of mine used to call it. It always gives me a laugh to think about that. Visualize that protective bubble coming down around your head, around your shoulders, all the way down your body, down your legs, down to your feet, actually covering your feet and locking into the earth as well. Okay, and hold the intention that only love, only light, only good influences, positive influences can get in through that bubble. Okay, and ask your angels for help with that. That's what you asked me what I do. Sorry, I'm telling people what to do. That's what I do. I strongly recommend that to everyone, because then once you've got that intention and you've got the angels on board with it and everything, okay, you can trust that whatever comes in is going to be coolio. It's going to be all right. It's going to be fine. It's going to be safe. Celtic Tarot Sheila is with us. Hey, happy birthday, Sheila! Great stuff. I'm really glad you're listening as you drive to work. Sorry you've got to work on your birthday. That doesn't seem fair at all. But thanks for joining us, Sheila. Lovely to have you with us. And grand show the other night. I always enjoy the remote view with Sheila and Whimsy. I enjoy all the other stuff Sheila does, but I really love that show. It tends to be about American life, which I don't really understand, but there's a great atmosphere on the chat, and it's always a good show. GGB is here. Hello, Andy. Hello, everyone. Hello to you, GGB. Okay, this is great. This isn't a question. I just want to put this on the screen. Red Hat Society. I made my own runes out of a birch tree, small, round, and then carved with a knife. I can't read them yet, though. That'll come. That'll come for sure. That's a great thing to do. Creating your own deck of cards, creating your own runes, creating your own future. That's really what it's all about. Nasty Women Tarot is here. Hello, Nasty Women Tarot. New viewer. I'm really grateful that you've come on board. Lovely to see you. I hope you will join us many times long into the future. Yeah, I've seen your videos on YouTube as well. Great stuff. So lovely to make contact. Lovely to touch base with you. Here we go. Let's look for some questions now. I have to do lots of scrolling looking for questions, but I've got my secret weapon, my mouse, this wonderful new invention. It's been around for about 40 years. Got my mouse here. Okay. Yeah, the 13th is well powerful, actually, isn't it, Celtic Tarot Sheila? It really is. I don't know. I just know I've missed some questions here, guys. If you've asked a question and I've missed it, please do type it in again, okay? I know it's a bit of a pest, but I don't really do them in order. I do them when my spirit guides kind of draw me to them. And sometimes That's because you type it in just as I look. Other times, my guides or the moderators who are very active and for whom I'm very grateful. Thanks, mods, by the way, much appreciated. They will draw me to someone who I've missed. But do be ready to type it in again, guys. And yeah, again, sorry about that. Just the way it works, really. The cosmic condom, yeah, funny stuff indeed. And you don't get your birthday off, Sheila. It is not fair. It is not fair. Cool. Go into work and tell them Twig Brother says you've got to give me the day off, okay? That's what you got to do. They can't sack me. I don't work for them. Okay, for entertainment purposes only. Okie dokie. Well, I'm scrolling looking for questions and I'm just not finding them at this moment. And that's cool. I will take a break, but keep the questions coming, guys. If you want to ask anything, please do ask. I know someone just asked for a card a minute ago. I can't remember who it was now. Oh, now then, here's someone. Here is the Gutsy Guru. And I'm hoping to do a collaboration with the Gutsy Guru soon. I tell you what, actually, I'm saying this to Celtic Tarot Sheila as well. I don't set collaborations up at the moment because I'm having really bad trouble with my internet. As you saw when you had me on your show with all the male psychics, with Danny and Mark and everyone the other night. The internet here is absolutely hopeless, and I would just hate for everyone to get prepared and for it to go wrong. But I'm planning something about it. Maybe I'm going to get Skylink or something, the Elon Musk satellite setup. That would be rather good. But yeah, something coming up with Gutsy Guru. Gutsy Guru has got a channel going here on YouTube, and it's good. It's going to be even better. It's going to be even bigger. I'm sure of that. And yeah, she's quite an experienced person, is the guru of the gutsiness. So let's do a card. Right. Okay. Oh, right. Well, it's two cards. Let's do them both. Right. First card I got was this one. It is the King of Pentacles, all right? So there's a great feast on the table, and you are being encouraged to share that feast. So I'll help you do that as much as I can by kind of plugging your channel and getting people to take an interest. And I hope, you know, you'll meet lots of other readers who want to help you. It's a lovely community, this, and I'm sure you've got a lot to offer, particularly because this is the King of Pentacles. So you've got a lot to offer. It's going to get, you know, that feast is going to get shared. It is going to work because the King of Pentacles likes to share the abundance in a big way. And it is a card of abundance, and it is the King. So it's the top card in the suit of Pentacles. So that's looking pretty good. Other card I got was the Magician. And I'm sure you know what this means. And I'm sure everyone watching knows what this means. You know, you've got that inner magician within you, and it is active, it is working. And it is actually going forward. Someone oh dear, don't like this. Got to send healing, guys, if we can, to the Gutsy Guru's pup. Someone poisoned her pup, so she has been dealing with bringing her back to health. Well, let's all send some healing. Because that's, you know, much as I love cats, I kind of love dogs as well. She had a severe stroke. I thought, you thought you'd lost her. Oh, no. So that's your energy. Oh, yeah. It's going to be, you know, things are coming good there, though. I feel it, you know. I feel she'll be okay. I had a severe stroke donkeys years ago. So I know that feeling. I really do. So best of luck with that, Gutsy. And thanks for joining us on the show. I was going to say this evening, but it's this afternoon where you are, is it not? It's like, just after 10 p.m. in UK. And I feel like we're cooking on gas. I feel like we're going places. Hey, would love a card just for fun. Just fun. I love the visuals of the tarot cards. And by the way, I'm happy I found your channel. Excuse me. I'm happy I found your channel. I love the energy here and I enjoy just listening to everyone here. Great. I enjoy reading the comments as well, you know. I sit here and talk, but a big part of me is listening as I read the comments. And I'm sure I learn as much from you guys as anything that you might be learning from my guides. Well, here's a nice image for you. Hey, it is the moon. It is number 18 in the major arcana. I'm going to back it off a bit so you can see it a bit better as well. All right. I'm just going to focus on the image here. We've got the full moon in the sky, and this is just gently pointing me towards the idea. And you know, okay, you're just fun to see the card, I know, but there is definitely a subtle message here for you. Hey. The moon at the moment is waxing, she's rising, coming up to full moon on the 24th of June. There is stuff going on with Neptune retrograde and Mercury retrograde around that time as well. Mercury retrograde proper ends on the 22nd of June. We will actually still be in the post shadow for a couple of weeks after, so things don't immediately sort themselves out. But look out for any kind of communication problems coming to a head as we come towards the full moon, because that is going to be very strong lunar energy right at the end of Mercury retrograde. And the end of Mercury retrograde often has a twist in the tail. There's a British expression, I think I've never heard an American say it, maybe you guys know, but it's all over bar the shouting. In other words, like the situation's finished, but people are still arguing about it. That's what comes on the tail of Mercury retrograde, and that's going to be the energy around this full moon. So I think that's probably worth everyone taking notice of. I'm certainly taking that on board. But I guess that's why this card came up for you. Hey. So, hey. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks for your question, and thanks for absolutely everything. It's all going on. Right, okay. Twig Brother is amazing. He's got wonderful energy. I love these comments. I'm enjoying that. So, hey, keep your eyes open. Good for you. Keep on looking out for stuff. Right, Steve 000, second time here. Just getting a feel for it. Great, I'm glad you joined us. Good to have you with us. Okay, thanks for the subscription, Nasty Women. Much appreciated. Okay. Oh, Beverly, your cat was poisoned last month. Yeah, that's a drag when that happens, you know. And it can happen by accident, you know. I was watching a video about a guy repairing cars, and he says he doesn't like spilling brake fluid on the ground. Sorry, hydraulic fluid on the ground. And I thought it just meant, you know, for environmental reasons, leaving oil stains around the place. But apparently cats can seriously get poisoned by it, hydraulic oil. So you get, you know, poison happening when people don't really mean it or don't really understand it. That kind of thing happens all the time. And it's happened to some of my kitties over the years, it has. I haven't been best pleased, but it's life, sadly. But yeah, let's, you know, send that positive energy out there. Because great, it's just after 4 in Texas, Michelle. Right, it's, you know, it's great to have this link with these people all over the world. I was talking to someone in California earlier, and talking to people all over America, I should think. And if Sam appears this evening, I'll be talking to someone in the UK as well. But hey, it doesn't matter, you know. This is the great thing about the internet and YouTube and everything we do on the internet. It's a kind of a coming together. I don't think people realize how spiritually relevant it is. Some of the spiritualist mediums I know who are used to working in the churches and have been doing it longer than I have kind of think, you know, you'll never be able to do it really well online. Some of them have set up online churches and it works brilliantly. You know, I'm just saying some people, traditionalists, really don't believe the internet could ever work. But when you think about it, this is the way it's always been meant to be. There's an old tradition, an old story that God came to earth as a glass sphere. And when the sphere hit the earth, it shattered. And all of us are the fragments, and the spiritual journey, whether that's in a religion, any religion, or whether that's just spiritual awareness, that's just people's happiness as they go through life. That journey of life is all about bringing us all back together to rebuild that glass sphere, which is God, which is the universe, which is the divine, to bring that back together. That's what it's all meant to be about. That's what it's all is about, I think. And so the internet has been a massively positive influence on that, because it doesn't matter that we're in different countries all around the world. Many of you are in USA, but you're all in maybe different states. Doesn't matter. We come together. It's not an issue anymore. You know, that's a fact, and it's a wonderful fact. So Mariola asks a question. Hi, Andy. Hi, Mariola. Will I move back to my country of birth to retire. Thank you. I get the feeling we're talking about Poland, are we, Mariola? Just got this feeling of Poland. I'm going off, I'm not claiming that's psychic. It just kind of looks like a Polish name to me. And I know for Polish, all the Polish people I know, Poland is home, and home is very, very important. There used to be a hotel in a town where I lived called Cardiff in South Wales, UK, a big city actually. And there was a Polish hotel, and it was called Dom Polski. Right, okay. Yeah, antifreeze. Yeah, it's very sweet. This is it. It attracts them to actually eat it, and then Poisonsville. Right. Okay. I'm thinking, Mariola, at this moment, I mean, the answer is that you can, but it's a choice, and I think when the time comes, you're going to be torn whether you actually want to go back home or not, because you have certainly got a very strong home here. It's in the place where you are. That's what I mean by here. In the here and now, you've got a very strong presence, I feel. But let's ask the pendulum. Will Mariola move back to her country of birth to retire? And she says, thank you, Spirit of the Pendulum. She is very respectful and saying thank you. Yeah, I'm getting an oval shape. That's like either or, but it is going to be your choice. You are going to get the opportunity to decide to do that. Okay, it's just when the time comes, it's going to be up to you. And that's the best situation to have, really. That's almost better than a yes or a no in a straight way, because it means you're in the driving seat. It means you get to decide. Twaina Bernard is with us. Twaina, hey to you. Thanks so much for being with us on the show here. Marcia Humble has been here a while, but a fur baby was on your computer. Oh, this happens. I'm missing my fur babies on the lives at the moment. Tinkerbell came on the last live on Friday, actually, so it's only 2 days. But I don't see them that much. Through the winter, they're around me all the time. I walk into the house, they're there. I sit on the bed, they're there. I open the fridge, they are there. Just don't see them in the summer because it's beautiful countryside here, as you'll see if you've been watching my uploaded videos for the last week or two. There's lots of country scenery there. They're out and about making the most of nature and loving life. And that's the great. I'm happy they're loving life. That's the important thing. That's the great thing, really, about cats. They're so independent when they go out and live their lives like that. But I do miss them. So I hope they'll wander into the house very soon again. I just hope it isn't at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to get some sleep. That's all. But, what can you do? Okay. Now then, Lena would love a card. And I would love to do a card for you. Hoping good news coming my way. Okay. Let's bring out the Ascended Masters deck. I have used this earlier today. I haven't used it in this video yet, so let's bring it out now. Let's take a look. I just got a voice in my head to do one for Nasty Women Tarot, so I'm going to do one for you as well in a minute. But this is for Lena, whose last name I'm afraid I can't pronounce. So sorry about that, but you know who you are. We know who you are. That's what it's all about. So Andy would love a card, hoping good news coming my way. Right, I believe it is, okay, because 2 cards sort of pulled themselves out at the same time there. First one, listen, Manjushri. And as I look at listen, my guide is telling me, listen to, you just kind of listen to the elements around you, listen to nature, listen to your own subconscious mind as well. That's so important because good things are coming towards you. Okay, you just don't know it yet. All right, and it's when we really, really need and are almost desperate for good things to happen, that's when the best things can happen, because it's the energy of the moment. It's the way spirit guides work. It's the way angels work. It's the energy of the moment when the need is greatest. That's when they will appear. And I'm so sure of that because the second card that came out with it is Power of Joy, Maitreya, who is a Buddhist monk. He looks like the Buddha, what we all think of the Buddha whose belly you rub for good luck. But that statue of the Buddha is actually a statue of Maitreya, who was a Buddhist monk, who lived a life as a Buddhist monk. And he is the embodiment of the Buddha, you know. So in some ways, it's no bad thing to call him the Buddha, because he is the embodiment of the Buddha, and that's all it needs to be. But power of joy. Okay, so good things are coming to you, but think of the power of joy. Try and kind of be happy in your mind's eye as you wait for good things to come, because they will come. Okay, they will come. Don't know what's going to come, but it's going to be good. I will say that. So thanks for that question, Lena. I saw more stuff coming in. Yeah, Julianne. God, I can hardly get the words out tonight. Either that or I get too much of the word out. Julianne, thanks for joining us. Julie likes the bright orange coloured t-shirt. So do I. It's my favourite shirt. This really is. And a sign of summer that I don't have to wear a hoodie. This is usually a cold house, but not on this occasion, and probably not for the next couple of months. So it's summertime, so I'm loving the bright orange t-shirt. Also very in keeping with the Buddhist energy and with the energy of meditation when you think about it. But great to see you with us there, Julie. Okay, Nasty Women Tarot, pull some cards about my daughter's health. Most certainly, I most certainly will. Right, okay. Just focusing in on the best way to do this. Right, I'm going to use 3 tarot cards on that. Three card spread. Quick 3-card pull for you on that Nasty Woman Tarot. And I'm going to give my interpretation, but obviously, you know, as an experienced tarot person yourself, you're going to be able to put your own interpretation on that as well. So, you know, this is kind of two minds involved at once here. Just having a really bad shuffle. I'm the world's worst shuffler. That's Celtic Tarot Sheila shuffles. It's just done. But I get ham-fisted and have them all over the place. First card, asking about your daughter's health, Nasty Women Tarot. Page of Pentacles here from Tarot in Wonderland. So I guess you know what that means. I'm going to point to the fact that there is abundance here. I'm going to point to the fact that it's a scene of nature where there are sort of some beautiful leaves on some of the branches and none on others. So it's a cycle. You know, it's going to take time, but the wheels are in motion. That cycle is actually happening. Going to need some encouragement from you, but keep visualizing the best. Keep believing the best. It's going to happen. 10 of Swords, heart of the matter, middle card of the 3-card spread. This is scary looking card, but in this interpretation in Tarot in Wonderland, there is no blood there. Okay, the shattered remains are all over the ground, and there is a dawn rising over the grey wall. So this is about like the reasons why your daughter is going through this. Okay, it's some kind of reconstructive thing. It's meant to be. It's kind of a cruel to be kind sort of thing of life, but the outcome is going to be kind. The outcome is good. I'm sure of that, because the outcome card of these 3 cards is the Sun, number 19 in the major arcana. Excuse me. Hiccups mean I'm getting it right, by the way, for anyone who's new. It's my thing. I hiccup when I'm right. It's a kind of a sign from my guides. The Sun. So there's your daughter wearing a crown, sitting between 2 full-grown queens. And it is 19, not 20. So a great card for a younger person to get, because it shows that the rest of life is going places. Sunflowers everywhere. And you know what the sun means as much as I do. So thanks for your question. I totally wish you the best with that. I did say I'd do a mix of cards, actually. And I want to do an Ascended Masters card for you as well. This is from Doreen Virtue, who is no longer one of us, but her cards are still here and I'm still using them, so she can stick that in her pipe and smoke it. Work your magic, Nasty Women Tarot. You can do it. You of all people can do it, I'm sure. Work your magic. Saint Germain, who is the master of the 9th ray, the purple ray, the violet flame of manifestation. So it's the purple of healing. It's also the purple of manifestation. Good things will come along. She's not just going to get her health back. Other good things are coming in too. Looks pretty positive to me. So thanks for your question. Thanks for your support. I really hope that helps you. And I'm sure we all sound healing to your daughter at this time as well. I've been told it's been going on for a long time, actually. But at this time, we're all here and we'll send that healing energy out. And I hope, I pray, and I'm actually sure that that is going to work. So, hey, thanks so much once again. Now, Twainer is saying, thank all for the well wishes for my husband. Love you all. We love you too, Twainer. And I believe things are going places for him. And in that sense for you too. Nasty Women says, thank you, Andy. Thank you, Nasty Women. And I look forward to seeing more of your videos. Great stuff always, I'm sure. Right, okay. So, Ron is from Canada. Wow, I've never been to America, but I have been to Canada. I had an uncle who lived in Burlington, Ontario, and I went there for about a month in 1978. Yeah, 78. And it was great driving around on what to me seems like the wrong side of the road in an Oldsmobile. And he had a Chevrolet Bel Air, real nice late 1960s blue, duck egg blue Chevy Bel Air, which he wouldn't drive. He just said it wasn't as good as his Oldsmobile. So I never got to ride in it. But it looked fantastic to me, It looked like it was a 60s car, but it made me think of the 50s. That's kind of what it looked like to me. Great. But I absolutely loved that whole thing. I'd only ever seen McDonald's once before I went to Canada. There was one McDonald's in London, England, and I had been there in 1974 because my sister lived near there. But it was great to be able to get a McDonald's just about every day. Now then, okay. Cat May has a question for us. What's a smoother ride than an Oldsmobile? I honestly don't know, Julie, but that Chevy Bel Air looked really nice to me. Sometimes I watch Meekham auctions and I watch them all coming through. Great. I'm a man. What am I going to do? Okay. Cat May asks, my dog. Can't read it. Let's just scroll up so I can read that a bit better. Yeah, I'd love to do a collaboration with you, Nasty Women. We need to do that. Yeah, I'm looking into that. Okay, I'm seriously looking into that. I think it's going to settle down my internet connection, actually, because I had an engineer out here, and he told me that he thought the problem was that when you've got very slow internet, every year their engineers try from their end to see if there's anything they can do to speed it up, and they usually knacker it in the process. So I don't know why they keep knackering it in the process, if that's the idea. But apparently it's going to settle down and it might be okay again in a week or two. So, yeah, I shall get in touch because it would be great to do that. Anyway, Kat and her question. My dog, Fenrir, suffers with anxiety. Excuse me. Will I find a way to help him relax even if I am outside without him? He is 4 years old. Right, here's an interesting one. This just came into my head. And I believe this is a Native American saying. A path is laid one stone at a time. So the thing to do, Kat, and the answer is yes, right? He will learn to relax, right? And you will find a way to help him relax. And it's based on one step at a time. Just spend a little time away from him and then go back. Okay? And then spend a little bit longer. Just baby steps, growing into bigger steps. And he'll get more confident because what he really needs to know is that you're coming back. It seems obvious to us that when someone goes out, they're coming back in again. But it's just not that obvious to a dog, really. And comings and goings in and out are really important to dogs because of the territorial thing, and it all gets kind of confused in his mind. So that anxiety is going to go down. Just give him, give him a little bit more, but, baby steps. Don't be away from him for long at the moment, and the situation will kind of go back the right way. Okay, thanks for your question, Kat. Going to go to Stacey Swan now. Are my husband and I going to be moving to Alabama this fall? Thank you in advance. It's a great British expression, that, because the Queen says it. My husband and I. So are my husband and I going to be moving to Alabama this fall? Thank you in advance. Thank you for thanking us in advance. Let's see what happens here. Right, okay, it's got to be in two parts. So, first part, are my husband and I going to be moving to Alabama? Yeah, it's already on yes by the time I'd said that, so that's a yes. Is it going to be this fall? Spirit of the pendulum, please let us know. No, it's not going to be this fall. It's not going to take much longer than that. It was a small no, but it was definitely a no. Okay, but it's looking good. You are going there, and maybe earlier next year, the early part of next year. And why would you go to a place like Alabama with all the traveling involved with that when there's kind of snow on the ground and stuff? I don't know, but that's how life looks like it's going to be moving on. Okay. And Julie has been to Alabama in the summertime. It's hot and it's humid. Well, it's hot and humid here at the moment, actually. Yeah, really, really is. And it's wonderful because it's hardly ever hot and humid. But I actually had to buy a fan a couple of weeks ago. And I thought if I buy a fan, we'll have bad weather for the rest of time. It's just, maybe I'll curse it by buying the fan. But no, I've needed the fan several times and I'm really glad I've got it. I really am. So there you go. The jinx thing doesn't always work, which has got to be good news. Okay. Morning glory. Hi to you. Hi from Canada. Hi to you in Canada. Just wondering if you see anything coming up for me. Thank you. Okay. What are we going to do here? We're going to do a Moonology card for you, Morning Glory. That's what we're going to do. Right, I'm going to cut the deck. And then I'm going to cut the deck again by pulling a chunk out of the middle. And I'm going to shuffle. And I'm going to cut the... They really want me to do a very careful shuffle here. Okay, so I'm going to cut the deck again, and take first one you see. Wow. Great card. Expect powerful change. Wow, there you go. You saw it here, Morning Glory. Expect powerful change. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. And we have actually just had one of those. I don't know if you watched it. I certainly did. There's a wonderful video on YouTube of that whole eclipse, about 3.5 hour long video of it with real peaceful music and nice people chatting at times. Very, very soothing, healing video to watch. And it's on a channel which belongs to timeanddate.com. So do check that out. Very kind of soporific and relaxing and really magical as well. But yeah, for you, Morning Glory, expect powerful change. Powerful change is coming. Things are going to happen. Things are going to be changing. Okay, yeah, very cool card, as Julie M has pointed out there. Yeah. Okay, guys, just going to do a quick plug for myself at this point. Some trouble with super chat and monetizing the channel generally speaking. It has to do with tax stuff, and all your donations most gratefully received, and they will be coming through, but I just had to kind of demonetize for a little while for tax reasons and various other reasons I can't quite go into at the moment. But because of that, please do take a look at my page, coffee.com/twig. All donations gratefully received. And if you'd like to consider helping me with my work, with my work, that would be massively appreciated. The other way to do that is paypal.me/twigbrother. You will find both of those down in the description underneath this video. Also, my email address, 35and83@gmail.com. And if you would like to book a reading, please go for it. Please take a look at that email address. Send me an email and we will arrange something. I can do voicemail readings, which are kind of less expensive, or for a little more. It's still cheaper than a lot of people charge, actually. We can go face-to-face on Skype, maybe even on Zoom, although Zoom's a bit dodgy. It worked today. I did a reading on Zoom today for like an hour and a half. So Zoom, Skype, or we can use Facebook or Instagram Messenger. And I think there's a Google Messenger as well that we could use. So lots of possibilities. If you'd like to book a private reading, I'd be very happy to do that for you. I really would. So anyway, okay. Yeah, I'm glad I've got PayPal as well, Julie. It's less confusing, isn't it? There only ever used to be PayPal, and now there are so many different things. Right, Julie says, I'm feeling good today. Julie asks, is there a message from Dear Spirit for me today, Andy friend? Okay, Julie, my friend, let us find out. I believe there is. No, wrong deck. Here we go. Okay, Keepers of the Light, Kyle Gray. We'll do a card for you. Okay, Julie. And I feel sure that there is some kind of message on its way through at this point. We're getting quite late in the show, folks. I wrap it up at 90 minutes because otherwise I run out of energy, and it's just, it's not all that accurate. But I'm still in the zone at the moment. Infinite abundance, Julie M. Lord Ganesh. And Ganesh always says yes. He has in his hand a wand and a flower, and with the wand he smashes obstacles out of the way, and with the flower he's just wonderful. And in fact, Ganesh at some point in mythology was a female deity. So there you go, lovely feminine energy there. And I feel that the fact that this is a lotus flower is significant, Julie. And the message would seem to be, as well as the fact that, kind of, as it says here, obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. Let's bring that up to the camera so you can take a decent look at it there. Can you read that? I certainly hope so. It's like cords being cut for you, really. Okay, things are being moved around to make life, not just to make life a bit easier, but to bring a bit of magic into your life at this time. And infinite abundance, okay? The abundance, the flow of abundance never needs to stop. And the significance of the lotus flower for you in this, Julie, is just keep that crown chakra open. Okay, I think you're pretty good at that anyway, but there seems to be a reminder about that. It's all about listening to dreams, paying attention to, not just dreams, just paying attention to things that happen in life. Everything happens for a reason. That's what I've just been told on that one. Everything happens for a reason. Okay, so I don't know, we can puzzle ourselves into a state of craziness trying to work out what those reasons are, but everything does happen for a reason. And Julie says, I need magic. Me too, don't we all? We all need more magic. Yeah, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Okay. Linda Bishop says, I sure enjoyed your walkabout. I too live surrounded by green. So healing. It is. And it's also very grounding because all that greenery has roots going down into the earth. Very protective. One of my favourite spiritualist churches is in part of North Wales called Arthog. And, well, I had a job to find it the first time I went. It wasn't easy to find because it's set right back from trees in a beautiful place, very near to a fast-moving, quite a big river as well. And so there's the flow of the river cleansing, and the trees ground it, and it's a wonderful hall to work in. I really look forward to going back there once we can go back places again, and we're nearly there. Okay, Julie has been working on the meditation, grounding, protection, lotus chakra opening and closing. I'm so glad to hear that, actually, and we did see the lotus flower pop up again there. So thanks so much for that, Julie. Okay. I'm just looking around. If I've missed anyone's questions, friends, would you mind typing your question in again? I'm not going right this minute or anything, but we're kind of coming towards the end of the show at this point. So I don't know, maybe some of the early questions that I might have missed, maybe the people aren't online anymore. That, people come and go. And that's cool, that's the power of YouTube. You can take your time with these things. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything new popping up. I think what we'll do then, right, I think we'll do another card to close the show. That's a card for absolutely everyone. Oh, hang on a sec. Stacey Swan. Oh, hey, we've got questions. Okay, let's rock. Love that in Twin Peaks, where the little guy comes out and says, let's rock. And then, like, crazy things happen. It's the way life should be. Aspie Third Eye says, should I give up on the life I've built, walk away and start over somewhere else? Too tired of waiting for improvement? Sounds like a question for the tarot to me. Okay, yeah. Right. Well, improvement is there to be had, most definitely, all right, because we got the Ace of Pentacles here, and you can see there's the circle of the pentacle, and there's another circle appeared next to it, and nature is abundant. all over. Don't know about walking away from everything you've built up, actually, but do start over somewhere else. You know, like have your irons in more than one fire. There's a definite kind of two-way thing going on there, and I feel I want to say that you don't need to actually give up on the life you've built and actually walk right away from it, but like walk partly away from it. Be willing to let it change. Life is change. But I'm being told you've put too much into your life to walk away from it. All the experiences you've had are there for a reason. Walk away from the past. That's the thing to do. You know, not your whole life. Just walk away from the past and do start something new going in a different place, a fresh place. You need like fresh energy of a fresh place. Hope that helps, Aspie. Thanks for your question. Stacey Swan, Andy, may I have a message from Spirit in regards to whom the woman was that I saw in the past life dream that I shared earlier? Okay. Right, I got the word sister, but then I saw a nun. Yeah, it's someone who's been your sister in a past life, your sibling. You know, it's also someone who's been a nun in a past life. Very, very high energy, but very humble energy at the same time. You know, nuns, monks seem to get the hang of that in a way that the rest of us just can't. Something about that secluded life of constant prayer. Okay. And she is actually calling you to pray in a way, but meditate, I think, is probably the best way to explain what she's showing me. She is calling you to prayer, and she's making you aware, really, of a call to prayer within your own life. Thanks for your question, Stacey. That's a deep one, but she's for real, most certainly. Julie asks, Andy, what about ascension? Well, I'm glad someone said that. Ascension. Well, quite a few years ago now, maybe 10 years ago, everyone was talking about the ascension. It's become less of a buzzword, but we mustn't forget it because it is happening. It is absolutely always going on. And every step we take through life can be part of the ascension if we just visualize that, if we just hold that in mind, you know, and hold that intention of the soul ascension. Because that's how it should be. That's what we're put on this earth to do, you know, to make the soul ascend a little bit further up the tree of life. Every soul is like a diamond, you see, a multifaceted diamond, and that diamond is always there in eternity. And each incarnation is one facet of the diamond, okay? So they say you only live once, you know, sure, we reincarnate, but you only live once as this incarnation. And it's important to do as much for the ascension of your soul as you possibly can with this incarnation. And the ascension is going on apace. It really is. Never stops unfolding. Well, my friends, on that note, I'm going to bring this one to an end. Thank you very much indeed for all the support you've shown me, for all the love you've shown me. Absolutely great stuff. Coffee.com/twig. If you'd like to show me some support that way, I would be very grateful for it. PayPal.me/twig brother is another way. And as you can see scrolling along your screen, let's put that up as well. That's the email address if you would like to book a private reading, 35and83@gmail.com. I also do astrological birth charts, horoscopes for special days, you know, whatever. Just get in touch, let me know, and I will do my best for you, and I will enjoy it as well. I really love that kind of work. Cat Mama says thank you. You matter to me too. You matter to me. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Show Andy some love, as Twainer says. Keep showing Twainer the love and her husband. And I'm sending you love, Twainer, as well, in gratitude for everything you do for all of us. You do a lot to help me, and you do a lot to help all of us here on the Twig Brother channel. So with that, my friends, I bid you a fond farewell. Back here on Wednesday, same time, same bat channel. I'm a Batman fan. What else am I going to say? Thank you, Mrs. Tyler J. And thank you, hey. Thank you, Ron. Great to meet you. GGB, glad you were here. Thanks so much. Yeah, same bat time, same bat channel, 3 p.m. Central USA time, 9 p.m. UK time on Wednesday, and Friday, 12 noon Central time, 6 p.m. UK. I'll be here again. 10:10 till we do it again. Love, light, blessings,